Good day, everyone. It's Maureen from Massachusetts. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a great day yesterday. We certainly did, and it was all so yummy. Love it. Just Eddie and I, simple and humble, and yet it was nice. It was very nice. So, um, I'm out here today in my bottle area, and I want to dress it up for the holidays with a little garland and greenery, just from what I picked around here and the trees and that. And I just kind of thought I'd do a video in that regard and kind of show you what I do out here. Of course, I don't know what I do out here. This is my first winter dressing it up, so it'll be an experiment. And I don't want to go crazy, crazy, but I want some greenery and fresh nature type thing, the pine cones and whatever I can find. And like I said, I painted some bulbs the other day inside in my workroom, which is really the other side of this wall. And I'm thinking maybe I'll bring them out here and hang them on a little tree that I might do up. Who knows? I don't know. It's kind of my mind's reeling, and I don't know where I'm going with it other than I'm just going to start making the garland over. I'm going to sit over there on my picnic table and do that as I talk with you on my video. So I just show you, I got that thing down because I'm going to put greens on it. And here's the bottles again, just lovely, lovely, lovely. We just love it. And I just want to make it pretty. Maybe put a few lights around, and I do have some lights already here. So just, make it nice. I've got things covered for the rain because it's been raining and all that and stuff. But just want to give it some Christmas decor and make it fun. So when I come out here every now and then with a hot cup of coffee or tea or cocoa, I can enjoy it, I can never get this darn thing. That ain't happening. All right, well, we won't worry about that right now. But anyway, here's one. Let's see if I can get the other one. Did it. All right. Anyway, so let's go back and we'll sit down on the picnic table and try to put together a few pieces of garland, and I'll show you how I do that. And I even did pick up a bunch of pine cones because they're wet, but I mean, if I just stick them to the garland out here, it won't hurt nothing. It's all nature. So that's where I'm going with that. Got my bucket, a little bucket of greenery here. And I'm just going to try to maybe sit down here on the edge and create my garland. Whew. Oh, maybe. There we go. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put my gloves back on. Got my nippers. Old crappy nippers. And take a bunch of string. I'm going to make a knot at the end for hanging. Okay, I got my knot. Then we're just going to start. I'm going to put my gloves back on because some of this stuff is prickly. And I may have to get more to... And I may have to go around and look for some berries after too, but we'll do a little bit here to show you. Now I've got different mixtures of stuff which I kind of like, and I still wanted to grab some of the pine. This is a little different. So let's just take little bowls like this. And what you're doing, folks, is just taking 2 or 3 limbs, okay, and you're gonna cut wire. This is a wire.
Hey, that what you want?
Yeah, that's what we want. Thank you, Eddie.
I'll put it on.
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna sit in the living room.
Okay, I'll be out here for a little bit. Okay. So I'm just cutting a bunch of wire. Whoop. Where'd that one go? Oh, there it is. Some pieces to get started, and we'll go back and do a few more. But these are the pieces that you're taking bunches. You're just wrapping bunches, wrapping them with the wire, and then getting them on. So, like I said, I got 2 or 3 started here. They don't have to be too big. No, actually, I like them smaller anyway, so that we can get the. Yeah. So here's a good little bunch right here, and I've got my knot at the end. I'm going to take and wrap this around a couple times, just so I know that ain't going anywhere. And we can kind of do that, but that's just keeping those together. Okay. And then you see where my knot is. I'm just kind of, because I want some to hang over there. So I'm going to, probably going to use a lot of wire in this process, but I am taking and taking it and I'm going to twist that on there tightly, hopefully. Keeping that out of the way. I mean, this is how I do it. There are a couple, many different ways. As long as you're getting them on your rope, you know. Okay, there's one, folks. Start of that. Alright, so we'll let it rest there. Now I'm going to grab some more. And again, they don't have to be all that big. I can just be little pieces. Kind of let that go like that. A little bit more of this. I like that. Maybe I wasn't kind of heavy though. Yeah, we had the turkey came out good. It was just a small one. Again, I'm taking my wire and I'm wrapping the bunch. I'm sure everyone, a lot of people probably had a lot more smaller turkeys this year. That's what they were saying anyway, which makes sense. But it was moist and good, and I liked that it had the little popper thing in it that pops up. And I paid attention to that, and I took it out when it was done, and really was nice, quite nice. Second piece is going on now. I just kind of overlap, so I'm coming down 6 or 7 inches, letting my ends, and I'm going to keep it all going one way till about the middle of my garland. Then we'll work maybe from the other way, but, so that they kind of come together in a nice formation. So taking my wire, wrapping that around, and maybe even grab the stem of the other one, kind of keeping it secure. So now you doubly know that that's on there and it's not moving around so readily. Not too bad out here in New England. Not too cold. It's more wet and damp than anything today. So there's a couple of them. And again, it's just jute rows, and I'm going to do some more. So here's one. Here's kind of a big branch. Not that anything. I'll take some of them off the bottom. Time to cut some more wire. Oops, more pieces. Oh, that's so up. Maybe you can fix that. I don't worry about things like that. So here's a couple pieces of that. I have more wire in the house too. I always have stuff like this around. So, a few of those. Okay. My next one. This one's kind of big, but as I'm going along, I might be doing some a little bit bigger. Not hurt nothing. You want it pretty. Okay, here's my wire. And I'm not being real picky, I'm really not, because you can hide it. I'm going to be putting some pine cones on after. I have some in the house that are already debugged and painted up a little bit with white. I might use them, or I might go more natural. I'm not sure. I want to do some other pine cone projects too, so I might not use those. So again, I'm getting this one kind of over that edge of that one, bringing it down, and I'll probably be putting my wire kind of in there somewhere to keep them all secure. And just pay attention to where your wire is and kind of bring it together. And, just start twisting and just make it pretty. So I'm sure there's a lot of you probably shopping online today. I did a little more of a couple of things, and I'm just about done. I love it. I can just decorate my house and bake and hopefully try to enjoy the holidays. Look at that, folks. She's coming along quite pretty. Yeah. Nice garland. Cut a few more pieces of wire. Yeah, I had made a small pumpkin pie and a small apple pie. That was good. And I had bought this bottle of wine. We're not big wine drinkers, but for the holidays, I might want a glass with my meal. And boy, I had forgotten. And it's called Stella Rosa was the brand. And it was a white wine. Something about tropical mango, I think. Oh my God. And it was so good with the turkey dinner. Very complimentary. I will be getting that again. That was delicious. And like I said, just a little bit. We don't go crazy. And Eddie's not a big wine drinker at all, but he did have a glass with me, and he enjoyed it too. So just nice. I had a candle lit and just made it special. So I got a few more people taking my wire and then clumping them together. And getting that bunch on there. I do have a bush down there that might have berries on it too. That would be fun to get. And this is just all stuff from my property. We used to go to the neighbors and take some nice greens from the big trees over there, but that he has since passed, and there's a new fella there, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but I'm not gonna be taking anything that doesn't belong to me without permission. So I got enough here on my property anyway, I think. So I'm wrapping this around and dropping it down there. And then remove this stuff. I know there's names for it all, but I'm not good at that, remembering what they all are. So again, I'm going 6 or 7 inches beyond the stem. I'm going to take my wire, bring it down through there, bring it down through, turn it over, pay attention to where the wire is. I'm losing it here. Okay, here's this. I'm not going to get it off of it. Best you can, you know. It's gonna droop a little. That's okay. I can't see where I'm at with this. There's my loopy, and it's coming along. So I'll just keep going with it. Alright, we'll do some more. Oh boy, I hate hearing the gunshot. I don't like that. But I don't know. I guess when you're at a range or something that way. I don't know. I don't like hearing it. It's not my favorite thing. But anyway. Okay. Got another one. And I'm wrapping my wire. And I just have the string ongoing from the ball of, and I will, the jute, and I will, snip that when I'm ready to end the garland and then make a knot at the other end. But like I said, about halfway through, we'll start making the greens go the opposite way. At least that's how I do it anyway. Isn't that pretty? That's a pretty one. Yeah. So you're just making little bunches and bows, whatever they call them. And I know how to make good bows too with the bow dabra that I purchased, and I can show you that too. So I'm taking my wire, and I want to go up this way a little bit more. kind of around here. And then I'm just kind of tucking that wire in there. And we'll take some more off to another piece. I'm not into, I have a niece, my niece is into Black Friday, but I don't think she'd be out doing shopping this year with that. I don't know how they would manage that. But in the past, that was a big deal for her to save her coupons, get her flyers, be all organized, very organized. And she would, and her friends go out tonight, and I wonder if she's doing it. I mean, I don't know, but they would go to all the different stores at night, after midnight, that were having those Black Friday deals. And boy, she would do well and get some great stuff. They'd be out all night. And they would travel, a good distance, 30, 40 miles to go to these different stores on their route with their flyers, wait in lines. Crazy. Hey, if you like that, I guess. I'm not knocking it, because I'll tell you, I know she did well with it. Just, everybody has their thing, I guess. I'll have to check with her and see if she's doing that this year. I don't know how they would manage that, but maybe they're still doing it. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. Are they doing that? Black Friday shoppers, where they're on site? Or is it all online? I don't know. Okay. Come along. Getting longer. Okay. I need it. Oh, a good 6 to 8 feet, I guess. I'm gonna do the front of that. So we'll see. 6 to 8 feet. Alright, we'll see. And then I have some Nomi things that I do too, which are, I took buckets. I've done it for the last couple winter, Christmas season. They go out front. There's 2 of them. They go on the steps out front. And they're not gnomes, but they're the Christmas trees with the tops that turn over. Kind of look like Whoville. And big balls I put at the end. I have lights on them. They're pretty. And like little red ribbons on them. And so I've got to dress those up with fresh greenery too at some point. So we'll be doing that. They're up in the barn, I believe. I can get those. I'm cutting more wire here. Alright, so make some more balls. just spin it around pretty tightly on that ball. And, if you prepare yourself, you can do one of these. You don't have to take that long, if you're worried about the time it takes. And they're so pretty, and they smell great, and they're from nature. That's what I like about it. You don't have to spend a lot of money at the store. Do it from nature. That's what I like. I like things from nature. Right? Alright, so we're gonna down with that. I'm feeling where the branches of the last bough is, and I'm tucking this in. And I'm going to go here and here. Supposedly, according to Publishers Clearinghouse, I'm a strong contender. So bring it. If that's the case, bring it, people. That's so funny. Eddie says they probably don't even know where little old Berniston is. Okay, that's on there pretty good. Okay. All the time to get that. There we go. Getting a little heavy. That's alright. Love this greenery stuff. I always love it. Smells good. It's nice to be out here. And it's nice to be out here getting a little exercise after the big meal I ate yesterday. I'm a good eater. I don't hold nothing back. I like my veggies, and I like to put it away, I guess. Healthy. But I know when I need to get out and get exercise too. That's good. My senior center, my girlfriend and I, she's actually my ex-sister-in-law, but we're also very good friends. It's a very different relationship, but it's a good one, a healthy one. She was a friend of mine in high school, so we've been good friends all these years. So anyway, she and I were all along before COVID, and for the last few years, we've been going up to our senior center, which is just not even a half a mile from here, and taking part in their activities of a couple times a week, exercise to music with an instructor who is so lively and fun and keeps it real and she's got good high energy and young thinking, and just does a good little workout for us. It's no slight workout. It was a good one, actually. So, of course, with COVID, they had to stop everything, but I just got a call, and I did agree to it, that they are virtually having classes where I'll be here in my home, but I'll still at 9:30 have my exercise clothes on, and I will do a little bit with them virtually, and I get to see all the people that would go, and I'm loving it. I'm glad they're doing that. So I'll be doing that, and that's good, and that'll help me because I don't have good balance. I have arthritis in my hips, and due to I had major surgery back in 1989. I had a large tumor in my right femur, and how that came about was I was trying to get healthy that year, and I was doing a lot of walking. And I would walk a couple miles every few days after work. And I would, go down from my house all the way down to this corner country store. And it was a couple miles away, one way, and I had to walk all the way back. Well, anyway, when I would get home, my legs would shake something awful. And then I also had pain in my back, but the pain in my back was on the other side, on my left hip. So I eventually went to my doctor, and he did x-rays, and I'm just a young woman in my, young 30s. And he calls me at work one day, which, when the doctor calls you at work, you can think there's something they found. So anyway, he proceeds to tell me that I have this very large tumor in my right femur, and he wanted to put me on crutches right away, which he did, and not have me do too much. Keep very careful, because his fear was that if I fell, things would break in there, and he didn't know also if the tumor was cancerous. So, needless to say, that November, I think that I learned about this, like, let's say September of that year, and now I'm on crutches and planning the surgery, and so that November I went in for surgery, and I'm reminded I was secretary for a local school system, and I had rarely been out much. I saved, and luckily my sick leave was banked. So I had many days banked, and thank God, because I used every single one of those days, because I was out of work. It was a 2-part surgery. So that November, they went in and did the first part, and that meant getting into that tumor and scraping out what was in there and sending it off to Bethesda, Maryland for testing. And in the meantime, a good 4 to 6 weeks would pass. And then late that December, I was to have the second part of that surgery, which would then, they went in and they took bone from my hip. And yeah, and mashed it up like mashed potatoes, I guess, and then put it back in there for regrowth into where the tumor was. And I'll tell you, that whole process, I'm fortunate and grateful for it today. I am. And I can dance up a storm and do things, but they did say I'd have arthritis, strong arthritis in my hips, and I do. And it left me with large scars, and for many, many years, and still to this day, if I overdo it trying to pick something up, or my leg in that area around where the scars are, will become tender, and I can barely feel a touch because the nerves were cut into. I'll tell you, it was a time. I don't ever want to have to go through that again if I can help it. But I am grateful to those doctors, and it was not cancerous. It came back. It was not cancerous. Thank the good Lord. And, I'm forever grateful for that. I was on crutches for 6 months. And I was out of work. I stayed out of work. They said I could have gone back in a wheelchair and that, but I didn't. I was a young woman. I didn't want to be sitting there in a wheelchair in a high school setting with other high school kids and stuff. It just wasn't me. So I used all my sick time, and I took that time I needed. And boy, I needed it. And even the day I did go back. Okay, so again, here is the bird bath, and I put a little nativity scene in there. It's so pretty at night when I light little candles and that. And I got my little lady display. I love her. And then the garland that I made, handmade, all the garland. I have another topaya tree to go there, but for now, that'll have to do till I get the other one done. Christmas trees. I gotta glue that. It's been coming undone. And then we have the North Pole. This is pretty. Isn't that pretty? The topiary tree. Topiary, or whatever they call them. Love it. So pretty. Yep. And I gotta finish that garland piece right there. I ran out of the snow flocking stuff. One can doesn't really take you too far. It's pretty at night too when I light the candles. There's my little snowman flag. Okay. And we'll come on in. Welcome to the she shed. I've got incense burning. It smells so nice and Christmassy. I've got the old Yule log. My little sign that I made that says, "Learn to embrace winter's cue." I love that quote. That's actually from Joanna Gaines in her Magnolia magazine. In one of her stories recently, I just love those words, so I painted them on a slate board. Just love it. And at night, I light the little candle in the stove, and she's so pretty. And then I put wreaths on the backdrop with a little red cardinal in the middle. So cute. And I have my rooster in the cooking area. Haven't made any pizzas in a while, but I will. This is my duck pond pizza in memory of the duck pond, a little slate I did up this summer. It's getting kind of yellow on me. I gotta touch it up, I guess. And our bucket of wood to burn. And then my little backdrop, which is actually getting a little weird. It's cold out here today. It is cold here in New England. Yeah. And the bottles. Yeah. And this one over here. The fabric. Ooh, something stuck on there. And I have my mittens. And we have the Merry Christmas. All my pillows. I'm gonna sit out here and have a cup of cocoa. Happiness is homemade. My incense and the candy canes. And woolen blankets. My happy place. My radio. And over here we have the little cocoa station. So cute. And my little area here where I light candles. And lots of greenery. I brought in a lot of greenery. Just love it. Light candles at night. These are my little cappuccino snickerdoodle latte cups. And the candle. Here's a little Christmas apron that came with the house. I love it. And then we have the a basket of mittens. What do you think about that? And another warm blanket. And they're cute. And the angels. Gotta have angels around. Hoping that the birds will take up housing in the bird houses this spring. I'm looking forward to that, actually. More angels. Yeah. Look at this beautiful feature wall. I just love that. I could just sit and stare at that all day. So pretty. And we have our wind chimes and all my little fun things. Yeah. The other day I was out here finishing up decorating, and I asked the universe to give me a sign. I was thinking of my mother and Tessie and Timmy and Alina and Uncle Jim and Aunt Jean and Dad and Dottie and all the people that are just not here with us anymore. And I asked for a little sign. I said, if you're all here with me, give me a sign. And right after I said it, I swear, the chimes chimed, the little bells jingled, and I just smiled and giggled to myself and said, they're here. They're here with us all. You know? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. I am just having so much fun, guys. I can't even tell you. My little area. Mittens. Show more. Kind of get that going up there, I guess. There we go. Yeah. My wicker mittens. I thought they'd be so cute out here. Yeah. And it's really cool at night. It really is. That warm wool blanket. These are old rice bags that I made over into pillows. I'm talking old. They are dated. I washed them all up. They were here. And Eddie had them for years. And I put little buttons anywhere where there was a bad hole. And I just made them up as pillows. And they're kind of cool. Yeah. So that's what I did, and I'm just having fun with it all. I just love this. Just love it. Yeah. Yeah, that's maybe next year I'll get a winter rug too. I don't know, I didn't think of that. But get something in front of the couch there. Maybe I'll still do that. Head over to dollar stores and see what they got, although I'm trying to stay out of the stores right now. So anyway, that's the she shed area, folks. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah. Just pretty, just Christmassy, you know. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's a little early, but I'll say it now, and I'll probably keep saying it right through Christmas. Love to all. Safe and happy holidays is my wish for everyone. Thank you. It is cold.
Run over, check the mail anyway.